Hello my beautiful lights, welcome back to the channel. So I was in introspection. I've been tuning in and listening to see what they want to speak to you about. Now there were cards that came out for you today was Strength, which is beautiful. Loon, Intuitive, so you have a way of knowing. Change. And the number 13. The number 13 is very different to what the 3D have taught you. The number 13 is actually the number of the divine feminine frequency. You have both divine masculine and feminine within your vibrational frequency. But that's talking about your confidence. It's sort of like that one power. Now, let's get comfortable. I've got a drink, you grab a drink. There we go. Massive, massive mug. It was my mum's, to be fair, and I love it. You can get a really decent cup of tea in it. Starting with strength. Strength is something that you hold within. When the strength card comes out, it's telling me that you need to feel strong, you need to be strong. But with strength coming out, it's to understand that you have no more limitations. Your inner strength is your essence of you within. And sometimes we need the strength that we hold in order to move forward in life, to work through what they've said is changes coming in, things like that. And it's that inner knowing. So you have Strength and Loon, Intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. That's sort of like your high priestess energy. You walk in a sacred path, but with a knowing, using your intuitive knowing, which is beautiful. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. So if the universe gives you some time off work, for example, where you can release the busy mental of life and you can focus on your mental mantle, you know, get into that solitude type bubble. It's the meditation, it's seeking, and it's going within. Now, when we stop the noise from the external frequencies sort of coming into our vibration, then we can really tune into our own self. We can go deep within, and we can't do that whilst there's so much going on around you. So even if that's a lovely bubble bath, if that's a 20-minute meditation, I released a meditation last week. I'll leave it in comments, which is beautiful, and it's going through the void section of your life, you know, from your old life, and it's that release leading you forward to your best self and your new frequency of abundance in all forms. And it's the journey, right? When we talk about the Fool, for example, you'll notice on the old tarot, let me just grab the old tarot Fool. Let's see where he's actually placed within the deck. Now I've spoken and it's come into my vibration. Let's see what that's all about, because often when my soul feels something to talk to you about, that's because there's a message behind that section. This is like the intuitive knowing and the download of frequency. And because I follow frequency, energy and vibration, then it gives us a knowing to the bigger picture. So the Fool, where is the Fool, angel, spirit guides, and why do you want me to speak about the journey? The journey, you'll notice on the Fool card, you know, he wears sort of old clothing. He's been through it. My goodness, has he been through it? He's been through a frequency of vibration, learning the lessons upon life. And he takes a new leap into a new reality, just like in the meditation I did. You know, this is leaping and taking that bold move into your high state of being. So, now this is very strange. The Fool card is not in this deck. And it is missing, which is very, very odd. It's not on my table. That's very, very odd. So the angels are telling me there's one missing and it's about a new beginning. So I'm going to find that. That must have fallen somewhere. So I'm going to find that. I'll just grab my other tarot deck. At the bottom, what we said about the intuitive knowing is the High Priestess, right? The High Priestess has knowing. She walks the sacred path. That is very, very strange. So the angels are saying that there is a card missing from my deck, so I must find it. It's obviously falling somewhere. So we'll look at the Fool here. Look at the Fool here. His sleeves, they're all tatty, okay? He's very abundant, don't get me wrong, he's wearing pomegranates, but his sleeves are all tatty. And the thing is, he's been through a journey. And what surrounds this card within this deck is the Nine of Wands. So it's like the wounded warrior. He's been through this frequency and judgment, and it's laying the past to rest. And that's why they wanted me to pick up that deck. Clearly I picked up the incorrect deck. So when you look at that frequency, you've got the Nine of Wands, the Fool in the middle, and Judgment. So Judgment is the rebirth of energy. This is when you're reborn into a new frequency, taking a leap of faith into a new reality, just like the tunnel situation, just like the meditation I did for you. Now, change is upon you, and what they want you to know is you have no more limitations. The limitations are what you hold, and this is when this takes over your mental mantle, takes over your frequency, and they want you to work from here. Now, having a lion's heart, hence Lionsgate's heart, having a lion's heart is fundamentally important. As you can see, she is shown as the lion of strength, because when you work from your heart frequency, it directs you forward. Now, you have a knowing, you have the High Priestess on the bottom there, you have a knowing, an intuitive knowing, walking a sacred path. Your intuition is leading you and it's guiding you, and it should. If we were to lead our life through our intuitive knowing and that connection with our 5D and above consciousness, then that enables us to gain that strength moving forward. We're taking everything and every lesson upon the path, and it's moving you forward. Now, you do have significant change, which can interrupt your frequency, right? It can, absolutely. And here, if you look behind me, it's basically working on your sacral chakra. And what they're saying is citrine is really good for that. It stimulates attracting wealth. It's a change in vibration frequency because it's orange, right? So we're working on your sacral, and that is abundance in all forms. Now, there's change coming into that frequency in an abundant form, which is absolutely amazing in the 3D world, because unfortunately we live in the 3D, so we need money to live, we need money to eat, and to have the best life experience. It's that freedom which money brings, because we do live in the 3D, right? So understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Now, this is a manifestation into the practical. When I talk to you about manifestation, you know, it's not just, oh my goodness, I want to win the lottery, and then you don't buy a ticket. If you want to win the lottery, you have to purchase the ticket. If you want to manifest something, you have to put it into practical form, and you've got to do that. So, for example, if you wanted a new job and you don't apply for a new job, you're not going to get one. So you are directing that vibrational frequency towards what you want. Now, this is bringing in change, because it's telling me that you're directing a frequency using your intuitive knowing, which is absolutely amazing. And you need confidence, which is why you need the strength, because the strength card comes in when it's believing that you can do this. This is believing in yourself. You are a conscientious worker with a knack for coming up with creative ideas and turning them into something real. That is the manifestation into the practical. An optimistic but practical outlook keeps you determined and on track as you work steadily towards your goals. I am confident. Confidence comes from within. Now, this is the thing. I never had any confidence growing up. I pretended to have confidence, but now I truly do. But that's working through a process. This is why I'm a master of energy, because I teach this. This is what I do for a daily job. You know, I teach this frequency, and you have to master yourself before you can teach, right? And I don't believe in mastery, as I've spoken to you, because we're forever learning, forever growing. But we can learn to master our frequency and the energies in which we put into our physical and mental bodies. And, you know, what you put into your vibration, you know, will have an impact on yourself. So if you've got something around you that is lowering that frequency, then you need to step away from that. And that is just self-love. And when you work on self-love, you work on self-growth, and it enables you to see things from a different perspective. It enables you to open up to a different kaleidoscope of colour, which is absolutely amazing. But it's a step at a time, right? So, you know, your journey is important. It's not always about the destination. It is about the journey. Your journey, a step at a time, is important, because each step you take, you grow that little bit more. You open up that little bit more, your faith gets deeper, and your illuminations become clearer, and it's absolutely amazing. Sorry, distractions, the external mantle, that's what happens. The phone rings and all of a sudden your vibrational frequency is interrupted. And what this is trying to say in this situation, because everything's a message, right, is you need to recenter your frequency. And how you do that is controlling this to a capacity, because you're working from this. So I say to my ladies, for example, I had a conversation this morning, and this is another message. Somebody really wants to come to my fitness class, which is absolutely beautiful, but she has no confidence. And I literally build confidence within, define feminine frequency, and we ignite female energy to ignite them to realise how amazing they are. Because a lot of these ladies start with no confidence and they leave feeling elated and beautiful and free. And that's what we do as a collective. That's what every single lady there is, not just fitness, it's about everything, because I teach absolutely everything. It is the divine triangle of energy, you know, mind, body and spirit. And it's about that confidence that you hold. Now, you go through a journey. It's only the external powers that lower your frequency. They show you this BS lifestyle that you should have, for example. They put envy within your vibration. They put jealousy within it. And what we're programmed to think is that that's what we want. Well, that stuff doesn't make everybody happy, does it? Or you have to have the perfect body. Listen, I have lost more than I weigh. I've lost over 12.5 stone, and I teach fitness now. I've exited, you know, my version of you know what. I was bound there for so long, and I was forever wanting this perfect body because imagery told me such. Now, my body, I am so happy with. I have scars and I bear them because I'm proud of those scars, because I got them upon my journey. And the huge growth in my spiritual self was immense. Now, we all journey. We've all chosen a certain journey to learn different things within this lifetime. This is merely kindergarten. And you should be proud of your journey, no matter the darkness that comes upon the path. It's how you journey through that frequency to get to your best life. The strength you build upon the path is actually what drives you forward to your best self. And that is the difference here. Now, change is coming into play in your 3D living, in abundant form, in every single form. Allow it. And understand that you're deserving of it. Now, again, the whole deserving, people like, you're saying this, that, are you manifesting towards it? Are you taking practical action towards a vibration? Action has to be taken in order to receive the manifestation. It's that simple. If you want to buy a car, you have to test drive some cars. You have to go to the garage in order to purchase the car. You're manifesting this new car, but if you don't go pick it up, then you're not going to get it. And you're like, well, how can I afford it? Then you have to work out the 3D, and it's learning to play the game. When you learn to play the game, that sets you free, because it sets this free. Change can come into the abundant form within your 3D. And what happens is it leads you forward, and you start seeing and thinking and feeling things from different perspectives. Now I'm going to see what's on the bottom of the pack here. Ace of Cups. There you go. So it's opening your heart up to a new frequency. It's a new seed of hope to this new change and beginning, which is very, very exciting. And don't forget, with the Fool, which they told me to look at, and it wasn't in that deck, which I have seriously got to find, because I'm a bit worried about that, to be fair. You know, this is about you feeling like the wounded warrior because you've been on a journey. You've been on a journey, but through that journey, don't see yourself as the wounded warrior. See yourself as the warrior that bears the scars of the past, but has grown from the frequency, and you walk forward with that beautiful light, because we learn. And when we learn, we grow. And that is the key. We are not who we were 10 years ago. I look back on a picture, and there was this picture, and I was a size 32 in the UK, and you know, ladies watching this will know that was very, very big. And I'm a size, I like to say size 13, about 12, 13. I've still got my curves because I love my curves. I went a bit too far, thought I looked a bit gaunt, to be fair, and I like my curves. I'm designed to have curves, and I wear them. I love them, right? So, you know, it's about accepting our full selves. And for a long time, I couldn't do that. I was like, oh no, and I was criticising myself, and I was doing this. And it's about acceptance of self, which leads you to this new path, this change, this vibration, when you can leap into your new reality as a changed version of yourself, because judgment was with it. So when judgment comes out, that talks about you rising again. This is into a new frequency and a new abundant form of you. So it's very exciting. Expect change, but allow the process. Now, if you're working on something and you're manifesting something, make sure you put the action forward for that manifestation in order for it to be the vibrational frequency you are projecting in that way. So if you want to win the lottery, buy a ticket. It's that simple, you know. If you're directing the frequency. Now, I must say this. Now, this is the other key. And this video will probably, you know, I won't say it, but you know. So the key to an art to the manifestation into the practical is not just directing the current, it's the vibration you hold of deserving, okay? So if for the whole of our childhood, for example, you know, we all have stuff from the past or past relationships or situations where they've told us we're undeserving of a frequency, then expect that frequency. You have to release that. And this is why we talk about healing. This is what Reiki is for. You know, it's about taking and releasing and shedding that situation and those old frequencies to know you are deserving. You are abundant and you're allowed to be and feel abundant in every form. Just because somebody says something to you in the past and lowers their vibration within that moment, that is in the past. You know who you are and you live in the present. You live in the now. You're in the now. So feel that vibration. Literally feel it from your heart. Do it with me now. Place your hands upon your heart and feel that abundant form. Know you are deserving. Know that, uncross your legs, make sure you've got no crosses going on. Uncross your legs, make sure you feel that into your heart frequency. You are deserving of abundance. And that is changing the frequency that was probably put in your vibration in the first place. So yeah, be strong, welcome change. Your intuitive knowing has been telling you for long enough, change is coming into your vibration. This is beautiful change. This is to do with abundance in all forms. Now, citrine is a very, very good one to place upon your sacral chakra and work with that vibrational frequency. Now, number 13, if you see that, if you've been seeing that, be confident within the process. Your confidence is your illumination. It's your sun frequency and it lights you up inside and out, and you've got to walk forward boldly without apology. And anyone who's tried to take that power from you, ever, you call your power back and you say, I call my power back from every timeline. I call my power back from every person, place or thing that has removed my power previously or made me think otherwise. And you claim that power back now. And you decide, you as an individual, you. This is your decision, this is your change, and this is how you build yourself up. This is how you walk through the tunnel from your old life to your new frequency. And be bold about it, be confident, know who you are. And don't make an apology for who you are. That's very, very important. If you're shining a beautiful light, then you should be proud of you. And walk through with confidence, walk through with knowing, because the angel spirit guides have your back. And the angel spirit guides also love a trier. They love somebody who's gone from darkness to light. They love it because that's a real journey, right? It's a real journey and it's a beautiful journey. Even the dark parts are beautiful because you've learnt. We're like a tree of energy. We are a tree and we have many branches, and we go off on different branches and we learn different lessons, but we always come and return back to self. We return back to our trunk of energy, our frequency from within, and we are rooted in the ground and we are growing every single day in that sunlight. So the sunlight is a beautiful portal of energy. I'm sure you felt it. And it's a beautiful portal of energy. That is where your frequency comes from. You'll gain lots of energy around the sun and things like that. It's a portal to your new existence. So I'm sending love and light to you. Until next time, until the next message comes through, my beautiful lights, from my heart to yours. Bye-bye for now.